Thank you guys for subscribing and for hitting that like button. Don't forget to leave a comment and so today we're going to do a Vybz Kartel and his son Little Addy and Likkle Vybz review. So the song that we're going to review today is called Bredda, featuring Vybz Kartel and Likkle Vybz. Now this song might be a song that goes over your head and stuff, but here's what I'm gonna explain it for you today. Just hit that like button and just subscribe button. It's a very lyrical song, and I'll explain all of the lyrical and literary devices that you might have missed. Okay? So in this verse of the song, or the intro, you'll hear where he says, "Loyalty over royalty. Fuck a bug of gal and get a bug of money," you see? So what he means by this is that loyalty over royalty, you divide the loyalty by the royalty, and you get what left. And then he says, "Fuck a bug of gal, make a bug of money." Now, there's no such thing as a bug of gal, that's sadistic. What he means by a bug of gal is, a lot of women in a circle, a lot of female companions, a lot of, relationships that involve, intercourse. Not like a track course or intercourse or, circuit or anything like that. But, Okay, next verse.
Like me no know me on a vice. Bad bitch inna the car, she have my bone a bite. If you see me in a traffic, then you know I'm mine. Me no feel if you touch the pedal, then I show for drive.
Okay, so here he says, "Gala set him sound sweet, like him no know him on a vice." Now, this is actually a wordplay. He's referring to he knows the sound of his own voice, and he's also referring to that he knows that he owns a voice. It's not just any voice, a voice. He owns a voice, the voice. Now, the next segment says something like girl being his wife. He has a lot of wives, but maybe he only has one. I'm not sure, but however that goes, he has a wife, and then he says sometime if he doesn't feel to drive, it's chauffeur drive, which means he just sits around like a couch potato and the car does all the work for him, and in this case he has a driver.
When I follow speed limit, so we overdrive. Every day in the studio, that's the overnight. Big food drop, down the stove light. Shout out, look at the dog was so like.
Here he says he does not know speed limit, so he overdrives, which means he's doing an illegal and a legal thing, because he doesn't know the speed limit, so if he goes over it, it's not his fault. But at the same time, he's actually going over the speed limit. Now next he says, "Every day at the stew, overnight. Big food, stove a light." So he's referring to the studio like a pot of, stewed chicken. That's overnight thing. Every day it's the same pot. He's always in the same stew. And then also,
I'm a Bredda Dat, kill that pussy if you miss that. I'm a Bredda Dat, get the money, split it in half. I'm a Bredda Dat, also come with a bit rich pass. I'm a Bredda Dat, could do bad mind rich part.
now this part is basically self-explanation, whatever. So he says, kill a pussy if he does. never bad mind which part, like where, like mind you step on the ground and like where.
I'm a Bredda Dat, bust down every wristwatch. I'm a Bredda Dat, you win, so me win, dog. I'm a Bredda Dat, every day, so we live, dog. I'm a Bredda Dat, so we have to live large.
And this is pretty much part of the hook. Now, it does exactly what it's supposed to do. It gets you hooked. I have guys on repeat.
I'm a son, but we roll like I'm a Bredda Dat. Girl, I lick my balls, still it lighter than a feather. I'm up 250 on my wrist, I no begging, so I'm a cheddar that.
So here, the king himself says, I'm his son, but we roll like I'm a Bredda Dat. So here he's saying that the relationship between him and his son is that of a brother, but it's also his son. So, the bond is twice as strong.
But you could have never ran, travel through the tesseract. Victory every day, my chain and shake to my chest and I.
So here he says, could have never rat. We don't do that. And then it says like, travel through the tesseract. Now, tesseract is some interdimensional shit. And then 250 on his wrist. And it begins at cheddar that. So that's just cheese.
Watch your girl, me still a walk me nerd. That door they never lock. Now have my rotten teeth, but every minute is another block. Gold this or silver this or hungry thing them sell a rock.
So right here is self-explanatory, or whatever. It says, watch your girl, that door they open, it never lock. So it's like an open door. You just walk straight in. You leave anywhere. You exit through the window, through the attic, not the back door. Then he says, non-rotten teeth, but all him sell a block. Every minute is another block. So that's a wordplay right there between plaque and stuff. Sounds simple. He makes it look easy, but I'm telling you. Now I'm not sure if I'm hearing correctly, but I think it says here, all he sells is rock. He sells gold and silver. Now that's also a wordplay because gold and silver is also a form of metal found in the earth. They're a form of stone, like in a sense, but he's not talking the physical, rock form of silver and gold. He's talking about the plaques that he referred to earlier.
Big up De La Vega, big up Shelter Rock. No idlers, no day, hustle never stop. Travel everywhere, me go all country, no make it. Bumbo, all know I figure make another.
Yet another stone thrown.
Me could grudge me brother dog, never that. Also for me cheddar, any weather that. Can't pussy hole and drink the bad mind soup before him killing brother. Him should have meds and say, I'm a Bredda Dat, kill a pussy if him this dog. I'm a Bredda Dat.
What's a verse without a good Bible reference? And here he references the bad mind of the brother Cain against his brother Abel.
The money split it in half. I'm a Bredda Dat. Also come with up it rich fast. I'm a Bredda Dat.
Now here we're back into the chorus. The hook.
Could the bad mind which part? I'm a Bredda Dat. Bust down every wristwatch. I'm a Bredda Dat. You win, so me win, dog. I'm a Bredda Dat. Every day, so we live, dog. I'm a Bredda Dat. So we have to live large.
Thank you guys for watching again. That was a review of a very bad song, and song bad, if you know what I'm saying. And let me know what to review next. Leave a comment, hit the like button, and share and subscribe and all that.